Hi, I'm Kat, and this is today's tarot. The opening card that we have for today is the Queen of Cups. This card is an active water energy or also active emotion. So we may be feeling a little bit sensitive today, to say it simply, the need to do some emotional nesting and do some self-care. It may also be that we are feeling a little sensitive about some kind of realm in our life regarding safety and security, and that is drawing a lot of stirring the emotional currents within, and so we're really focused on that a lot. So we have an active emotion or active water energy in our lives today. The challenge that is showing up for today is the Temperance card. So it may be a matter of how we're seeing things, our perspective. So this card is related to Sagittarius and to Jupiter, and Jupiter likes to make things bigger, and sometimes that can be really helpful in that it can bring us divine energies from above. It can help us in doing higher learning, things like that, long distance travel, big relation or big business, and yet when it's talking about challenging areas in our life, it could be talking about how perhaps we're seeing things to be a little bit bigger than what they actually are. Much like when you're in the pool, right? Which some people may be swimming in a swimming pool, which I wish I were you right now. It's so hot where I'm at, and I wish I had a swimming pool. But if you're underwater in a swimming pool and you have goggles on, you open up your eyes, everything looks bigger than what it actually is. And so this is a challenge for us because we could be making things emotionally a lot bigger than what they actually are. And we have to consider that how we see things greatly frames our life and our day. And this could be really challenging for us, especially when we look at moving forward and moving through life. Now, the way we're going to get through the challenge today is to have some boundaries. The Seven of Wands showed up. So having boundaries not only with other people and perhaps them asking a little too much from us if we feel overextended, but also having boundaries with ourselves and, keeping things in perspective. Like, do you have gratitude? Do you have the things that you need? Do you have the basics that you need? Do you have a roof over your head and food in your belly and people around you that love you and care about you and people that you can talk to? Will have gratitude for these things, because that will also create a space to bring more of that energy into your life. When we are focused on lack, or if we're concerned about our safety and security, it may heighten that scenario and make it look a little bit bigger. But if we can have some kind of boundary with ourselves and also possibly have boundaries with others so we don't overextend ourselves in a way that gets in our way of creating safety and security, that can be important as well. Now, the overall energy that we have for today, that overall outcome, is the Wheel of Fortune. This is also a Jupiter-ruled card, whereas Temperance is a Sagittarius-ruled card that's governed by Jupiter. This card is specifically ruled by Jupiter, and this is a change of circumstance that actually leads to opportunity. So a turning of wheel, changing of circumstance for the better. Jupiter is typically a beneficial energy, but we do have to be watchful of where we can bring ourselves out of balance and what it takes to actually bring us into balance. And consider that sometimes having restriction in our lives can be like increase the learning curve in some ways. It makes us resourceful, it encourages us to go about things in a new way, and it can be a really great teaching. And there is help coming in through that. So consider that the Wheel of Fortune also is speaking of a bigger perspective in a life sense, and in such a way that it does give us a greater sense of what we can go through and what we've overcome, and also how much help and support really is there for us at all times. Now consider that a lot of us have been going through a lot of changes, and part of that is related to the planet of Uranus, which has been bringing unexpected changes to outworn conditions that have gotten in the way of progress. And Uranus has been sitting in Taurus, so if you have strong Taurus in your chart, or just if you are human in general, this has been affecting you because we all have 12 houses in our natal chart, and Taurus sits in one of them. So it would be showing up predominantly in that area of your life, wherever Taurus is sitting in your natal chart. But Jupiter, on the other hand, is the help through the storm. It's the help that comes in and the hopefulness through it that, perhaps, if the storm hadn't come through, you would have never discovered that path that you found that has the best views, or you would have never discovered or met that one person, or, had that experience. And in that way, these changes and these shifts to our outer experience can bring about the biggest possibility and opportunities in our life and offer us help in the most graceful way. It's like help coming through in a storm when we really need it. And also maybe that shift is, moving us closer to something that we really needed to focus on and really needed to put our efforts toward. So trust in that, and send you a good wish today and so much love. If you would like your own reading, reach out to me at rootsofalchemy@gmail.com, and you can see my orbs at rootsofalchemy.com. I'll see you again soon, and I wish you well. Bye for now.